Good morning, good afternoon, how we all doing? My name is Jake and welcome to my channel TiredReads. Oh, it's a little dark. Oh well. It's just the vibe. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's been a while. It has indeed. It's been a while. So I'm just gonna, talk a little bit about why. Why it's been a while. So this summer I was very busy. Got into like a huge reading slump. Didn't want to do anything, which I'm gonna talk to you all about the books that I did manage to read. But I got into such a big reading slump. It was really bad. I was busy, didn't have time to read, didn't make time to read, but we're gonna have a fun time just chit-chatting today about the books that I did manage to read. Yeah, so I'm excited. I think I'm getting back into it, kind of, hopefully. I'm reading Project Hail Mary right now for another video. I'm hoping once I film and edit this, it'll put me kind of back into the swing of things. Fingers crossed, like, Lord Jesus. Please, I'm hoping. Because I miss making it. I miss interacting with you. Depression got the best of me. But here we are. We're back. We're better. I'm going to talk about all the books that I read. Ooh. Ooh. So let's talk. How are you? How are things? Are you okay? Are you doing well? I hope your summer's doing really well. I'm just mad at myself because I had such great plans for this summer. I had Google Sheets made. I had calendars made. Ready to do the thing. Such fun videos, but I just got overwhelmed. They said no. How dare you? Oh, did I even finish that? I think. So I was going to do a vlog of reading LGBTQ plus authors in June. I don't know if I finished that. Well, if I didn't finish, I need to look at that footage, but if I didn't finish it and there's just an awkward ending, would you still like to see that? Because that's all of June documented for like 2 months. I don't know what happened there. But let me know if you would like to look at that. Hopefully I did film stuff. I don't remember. That feels like forever ago. So let's start with the stuff after that. So this was in June, like the ending of June. I took the cover off just because I don't like the cover of this series. I don't know, it just, like, that speaks to me. So it's The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. This is the third book in like the Robert Langdon series. It's Angels and Demon, Da Vinci Code, and then this. And then Inferno, I believe. So I really enjoyed this one, though I gave this one 4 stars. This one's set in America and in Washington, D.C. and all that. This one just didn't do it. I don't know. I think because it was set in America, it lost its appeal a little. But it is one of the bigger ones, and it took forever and about things I did not care about. It was dragging on so much. So like, sorry, there's something on the back of this. Oh, I didn't take my ADHD medicine. It's gonna be all over the place. Didn't like this one that much because it lost more of like the history and the mysteries behind it and the lore of like cults and stuff and organizations and such because it was set in America, and I feel like I know a decent amount, so it lost that for me. So I give it 4 stars, which is kind of sad, but I'm also like, it is what it is. So I mean, I still enjoyed this, listened to the audiobook in this. This is like definitely one of those series that I feel like I'm gonna just pick up because it's, oh my god, that sounds so nice. I kind of want to reread. I want to reread the Angels and Demons or Da Vinci Code. Oh, no. Picking them up randomly because there's not like a through line. Like there is, but it's not like you don't have to read them in order. Oh god, this is gonna go bad. But yeah, that's the first book I read in the ending of June into July. The next book that I read, and this book kicked off a myriad, is that the right word? We're gonna go with it, of feelings towards the horror genre, which I didn't know I had. So this book is, okay, let me hold you right there. And this book was originally the first book of Reading My Anticipated Books Part 2, Episode 2 of like the next 3 months, which I had already. I got all the books, got some pre-orders in, and I was ready to go. And June said, no, you thought. So I did manage to read this in July, and it like kicked off a whole thing, like I said, of like wanting to read horror. So this was Hyde by Kiersten. This is one of my anticipated reads of this year, unfortunately. Let me talk to you about this. But I pull up what, I gotta sign in. Oh, god dang it. This is a book where Obviously, it's a book. It's, here, I'll just tell you, it's a high stakes hide and seek competition turned deadly. So it's this group of people that are selected and then sent into this amusement park, and it's said to be like they're filming a reality show where it's a hide and seek game. So like they go in and they're seekers, and if they get found, then they're out. So it's like that. Very simple, to the point. But there's like this supernatural and things aren't told. I was hooked for some reason, but yet again, I hated it. So I gave it 2 stars because it was so bland. After like the second day, because they're in there for a week, and if they survive the week, they win. Pretty self-explanatory. But of course, our main character has some trauma. Would have been interesting if we would have dived into it more. That's the problem. We didn't dive into it. But I say that with the caveat of they did way too much. Make that make sense. It's not that they like didn't go into it, because they did, but they didn't like make it part of the story. Like, she was good at hide and seek because her dad killed her whole family, so she was good at it. And boy, did they not let you forget that. I wish like there was something more tying it together. So yeah, I gave this 2 stars. It was really sad. I just love this cover. I love this color. I love everything about this. The end pages or the map. So I really wanted to love it, but at last I didn't. I didn't at all. Next, I did read an audiobook. This is like my coworkers like were mentioning it, so like I was like, oh, we'll read it together. So we did. This was The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. This was a mystery of this woman's husband who disappears but leaves a note, and for her and her stepdaughter, and they are trying to figure out where he went, why he went, what this mysterious past of his life was, and how they're going to move forward. It was a very okay book. I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed time, but I wouldn't seek it out again, if that makes sense. So there's that. And then, since I was still on my like spooky horror shit, I read The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. This was a very fun read. This is a dual timelines of this school back in the 50s, of this all-girl academy in this like spooky haunted place, which they do still make you believe if it's actual paranormal or if it's real. And then we follow this woman present day. She's a journalist, and she's investigating like the death of her sister at the school where it was set in. I gave this 3 stars. It was very okay. I will tell you this, I was hooked. I like wanted to read this, and I finished it. So like, will I pick up another book by Simone St. James? I think so. This wasn't what I didn't like about it. It felt like it was too hyped up on the spooky part of it, and I didn't get spooked. Now, I'm a easily spooked person. Super easy. But this just didn't spook me. So I was let down. Disappointed. Saddened. Is this a great description? Who knows? Then I read The House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Malerman. This is a very short novel. I gave this 3 stars. This is about 2 teens who go on their first date. They go canoeing in his uncle's lake. There is a second lake that's hidden that he only knows about, but there's also a third lake, and then they discover a house at the bottom of the lake, hence the name. And it goes on from there, and is it very interesting. I will say this was kind of spookier than Broken Girls, so there's that. So I did enjoy that. It was a little long-winded though, and I was long-winded literally for a short novel because I was talking about some things that I just didn't care. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was a quick, easy read. Very, very short and easy, to the point. It's not even 200 pages, so like, if you have time, pick it up. Then because I was on my horse shit, I went to Half Price Books to find spooky books, because I never really no spoilers, because I never really find any, or they have a good section there, so I'm like, I never look in there, but alas I did. And I picked up Hex by Thomas Olde Heuvelt. It is a translated work from a Dutch author. This is a story of this town who has a generational curse where this lady haunts them. She doesn't do anything now because her mouth and eyes are stitched up, but if you hear her whispering, you'll like kind of off yourself. Partly called Hex because this group of people that protect the town, this is called Hex, and they put up systems in place where there's like apps for if there's a sighting of her, because she'll just appear in your living room and you have to deal with it. You have to wait until she leaves. Like, I could not. I could not. So I was very intrigued by it because I thought it would be very spooky. I thought it was going to be a witchy vibe. Boy, was I wrong. It's almost 400 pages of pain and annoyingness and boringness. I'm so over it. I don't even know how far I got. I was so over it. Like, I hated all the characters. I didn't get enough of the good old witchy. And like that, I wanted more of that. I hated the writing, which granted, that could have been a translational thing. It's like hyped by Stephen King, George R.R. Martin. I don't know. It just was so bad. I hate it. It was painful. Like, I was dragging my feet reading it, and so I DNF'd it. I gave it 1 star on Goodreads. So. And then the final book that I recently just finished. It took me a year. It is The Troop by Nick Cutter. I gave this book 3 stars. I started this literally Halloween last year, and I finished it August 4th. So this is about a troop of Boy Scouts that go on their yearly camping on this island with their scoutmaster. They all look forward to it. Very fun time. Unfortunately, this disease is released and starts infiltrating the island, and you follow that journey. And I don't know why it took me so long to read, but it did. It was at times very unsettling because it deals with worms and, you know, and going into animals, going into you, like, and the way they would describe it sometimes is very gross. Very gross. So I don't want to say too much about the horror books because, like, horror, and so I feel like part of the fun of it is reading it and seeing, like, getting spooky on your own. So hopefully that intrigued you somewhat. I'm happy to be back. I hope you missed me. I hope you have been having a great summer. There's 2 things I want you to let me know. One, I want to know how your summer's been going and what's your favorite book that you've read so far this summer. And second is if you would like that vlog featuring the LGBTQ plus video books, because I don't know what I have filmed of it. So yeah, I can't wait to see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or whatever. And I hope you have fun too. What's my outro? Oh, please like and subscribe because we're back. We're gonna be posting. We're back. I don't know how often we'll be posting, but we're back. There's not gonna be a TBR this month. We're just gonna ride the wave and see what I want to pick up. I'm not gonna force anything yet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or whatever, and I hope you have fun celebrating whatever you may be celebrating. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.